makes me crazy. I dream about our babies, gazing them days and contagious. You're my baby. We know each other like the back of our hands. Understand, there's no mistaking. I'm taking 'cause you're my dream.
Back up in the building, we are back up in the building.
It's your girl Asia.
And it's your boy BJ.
Back in the building.
Back in effect.
Back like we never left.
And yes, just like promised, y'all, we are back up in this thing. We are back up in here about to do exactly what we said we was gonna do.
Yep.
We are still on NF. We're about to get into this therapy session. And like, damn, it's like everybody need a therapy session at some point in life.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Hey, ain't no shame in the game, okay?
Yeah.
If you got therapy, man, good for you. Good
Absolutely.
for you, okay?
So just the title of the song, man, just resonates with me. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
And that can resonate with a lot of people.
NF is my therapy, man. Every time
Yeah.
we do NF videos, man, I start thinking and going into my deep thoughts and
Think about how he relates
asking
to
my
you.
inner self and finding who I am. Like, all this shit, man.
Yeah, it make you ask questions to yourself.
He's helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can see that he's helped a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's what you do as an artist with your platform. Like, you gotta give something, you gotta offer the people something.
Yeah.
You know, even like your hardcore fans, even if they just not fans, they just like one-offers. But even if it's just somebody that's not a fan, just by what he's saying and by his songs and the messages that he put in there, I don't see anybody on this planet Earth that can't relate to something that he's saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just gonna say, I'm like, there's something that can relate to everybody. Like,
Yeah.
regardless of like how gangster you is, how gangster you not, okay?
Absolutely.
If you're the little pretty ballerina girl, okay? Everybody
Absolutely.
can relate.
Absolutely.
Everybody can relate.
Absolutely, no matter what walk of life you came from.
Right.
Before we get into this video, y'all, we need y'all to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, especially if you're new to this channel. Go ahead and hit that like button. Run this up to 1,000 likes. Let's get it up there. Outside of that, man, hit that notification bell. When these videos go out, you're gonna be the first one to see it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want to miss it because it's gonna be another banging ass reaction.
Yeah.
So we about to get into it and let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Whoa.
Yeah, I got up stage like a month ago. I was talking to fans and one of them pulled me aside and said we never met, but I swear that you know who I am. I've been through a lot. I don't know how to express it to people. Don't think that I can, but I got that mental CD on rotation that's real for me. Nate, you do not understand. It's crazy for me. Kids see me up, say they sling they wrist on the daily. This music is more than you think. Don't book me for just entertainment. It's entertaining. Hearing these parents, they telling their kids my music is violent. You gotta be kidding me. I guess the your definition of violence in mine is something that we look at differently. How do you?
How can somebody look at his music as violent? I mean, he may have like, he may scream or something like that, but in no way is his music violent. So I don't see how somebody can sit here and say his music is violent, man.
Wow. He
You don't
said
understand
that
music.
He was at a show and a kid told him like it's almost like you know me.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically he was saying like everything you talk about is things that are going on in my real life.
Yeah, you're
like,
talking about me.
Yeah, and he's like, you don't even know me, but I feel like you do.
You know
like
me.
you know exactly who I am.
You know me, but you don't know me.
Yeah, which means again that just goes back to what I was just saying about how much he relates to people in general.
Yeah, he's an extremely relatable artist.
Wow.
Period.
And then he said he was replaying Mansions like over and over again. Like when we heard Mansions, like that song almost made me cry.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just because it took me to like a place where he's just talking about the worst. Like he's talking about so much. And he's like, basically whoever this boy was replaying Mansions over and over again. Like, man, like, and then you see what we started out with coming into the video.
Because I think this particular person feels, just like you said, he feels like you describing my life to a T. And when somebody can give a message like that, that's well received, where so many people say that they can relate to it, you know that you are, doing something that's way greater than you. You're doing something way greater than just a song.
Yeah.
You could be saving somebody from, taking their own life, like for real.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I guess that your definition of violence in mine is something that we look at differently. How do you picture me? You want me to smile? You want me to laugh? You want me to walk in the stage with a smile on my face when I'm mad? Put on a mask for real. I mean, what you expect from me? I'm trying to do this respectfully. They say that life is a race. I knew my problems are probably catch up eventually. I do my best to be calm. How you gon' run the parts of my life they don't never see.
Why?
That's
Why y'all
crazy.
fucking wearing off like that? I don't understand people. Like, sometimes I just think that people are just sick in general. Like, I know they are.
A lot of people are.
Like, it's just like, I mean, what do you have to do with your life other than send somebody something to tell them that you gonna kill their family when they're trying to give a message to people like it's gonna be okay? Like, you the motherfucker that need to be listening to this shit.
Right.
Because you the one that got something wrong with your ass.
Yeah.
Like,
to even send somebody a message like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And now, you know, he talking about, he's like, what do you want me to laugh? You want me to smile? You want me to come out on stage and act like act like I'm not mad?
Yeah.
Like, that just confirms what I said.
And
it's
that's,
like he's
that's
mad.
crazy. Like, he actually took this quote and made it on a poster. Like, we putting this shit into the video. Like, I got to show y'all what I deal with on a regular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to give my message. I'm trying to give y'all my life. I'm going through my own type of shit at the end of the day. But I got people doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
Talking about you gonna slaughter my family. Come on now.
My family, that's just a glimpse of the stuff that gets sent to me. These are the parts of my life they don't never see. I am aware it's aggressive. I am not here for acceptance. I don't know what you expected, but what you expect when you walk in a therapy session. And told me a life's full of drama. Said her dad is abusive. Apparently he likes to beat on her mama. I got so angry inside, I wanted to tell her to give me his number. But what you gonna do with it, right? You gonna hit him up, then they'll start hitting her harder. That's real. These kids, they come to my shows with tears in their eyes. Imagine someone looking at you and saying your music's the reason that they're alive. Sometimes I don't know how to handle it. This type of life isn't glamorous. This ain't an act for the cameras. You see me walk on these stages, but have no idea what I'm dealing with after it.
I had to stop it right there because I got to say something right there. Like, man, like, that's like some real shit because, like, people don't even understand. Like, people always see these artists, you know what I'm saying, at these shows, or they see them, you know, living their life and they look like they live a glamorous life, but people don't be knowing that, like, for real, like, what he's saying right here, like people coming up to you at your shows telling you, like, bro, you changed my life, you saved my life, I got this going on in my life. Well, you know, and it's like that shit can weigh heavily on you as an artist because, like, you know, you got all these different people that's dealing with so many, like, whether it's mental issues or whether you're dealing with family issues. At the end of the day, but
I feel like that would be
crazy.
a part of, like, the motivation for him to keep going, keep talking about his truth, to spread, you know, the positivity that he's able or whatever he's capable of doing, because in a way, you know, it like you said, it's giving back to the people that probably, like, need him, that need to hear this, that need to understand that they're not going through whatever it is that they're going through by themselves. And I feel like, you know, with him, he just, there's a way that he, you know, puts out messages that I feel like can transform people to think that, damn, like, oh, my mama, oh, my daddy did this to my mama too. Oh, like, he's talking about what he dealt with coming up, things that he saw, like things that he had to endure, like he watched it. Basically is what he said. Like, that's some shit. I mean, I know what that feels like because I did too. I mean, and it is, you know what I mean? And I feel like you don't understand. People, a lot of people just have to understand, like, the weight that puts on your shoulders to know that what he's doing is, it's helping other people, but then it's like, who helps NF?
Right. So
you know what I mean?
That puts a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's because at the end of the day, it's like he's trying to help so many people and give to so many people, but at the end of the day, he's dealing with the same struggles and the same heartaches and things of that nature.
Yeah, with the added pressure that people are relying on him.
Yeah, they're looking up to him like, bro, that's what keep him going. Because if it wasn't for some of these people, maybe he wouldn't have put out therapy session. Like, he's putting, like, real life people into his music. Like, I talked to this kid after a show. I talked to her. She came up to me at a show, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The tears in their eyes. Like,
now I'm starting to, again, it's like I'm starting to understand, like, when we started at the search and we did the search for the very first time, and he walking around with all these burdens, like, I get the burdens now. Like, stuff is starting to make a lot more sense. Yeah.
There's so many things that's weighing on you, and whether it's weighing on your shoulders, whether it's weighing on your brain, it's just a lot of weight. It's a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? and you got to find an outlet. And for NF, his music is his outlet.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Cameras, you see me walk on these stages, but had no idea what I'm dealing with after it. I put it all in the open. This is the way that I cope with all my emotion. I'm taking pictures with thousands of people, but honestly, I feel like nobody knows me. I'm trying to deal with depression. I'm trying to deal with the pressure. How you gonna tell me my music does not have a message when I'm looking out at this crowd full of people I know are affected? I got some things in my life I know I should let them go. Let me jot it down. Let me take a mental note. I put it all on this microphone. Think about that for a minute. What is the point of this song I'm just venting? But what you expect from a therapy session?
Say, and another thing too. Woo, shit, every time I pause, it's
That's
like
a
I
hot
like
song.
goosebumps because what he said, like that shit just resonates with me. But everything that we just said, basically, he was just saying like how he's like, I'm going through depression and dealing with the pressure, and then coming out on stage, and then all the people that are looking at me that I have affected. What did he say? He said it in a rhyme. I don't know how he said it, but he's like, basically, people are looking at me like how they affect, like how I affect them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they don't understand everything that's going on in my own mind. And what's crazy is like, I just feel like, with him saying, going through a whole therapy session, you was just saying that. I was like, he's talking about like him going to therapy. He's like him going and talking and speaking through this mic. He was like, shit, this is my therapy. This is me speaking the truth. Like, cause when you go to therapy, you got to be truthful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or it's not going to help you.
It's not going to be helpful.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, you know what I mean? He said that in like 2 or 3 different ways. I just was like, that's what's up. Like he talking therapeutic. He's talking about therapy in a way that, he actually is going to therapy, and then he's talking about how he rates his therapy is through his music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To other people. So I
he got it. Yeah, because in some way, form of fashion, you got to find an outlet, and you got to find a way to get it out.
Right.
Yeah. You got to find a way to get it out.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, with him talking about what he's talking about, and putting his life, and not just his life, but he putting his fans' lives in his music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very, very deep. It's very, very deep.
Yeah. Very meaningful.
From a therapy session. Therapy session. Therapy session. What you think about me? That doesn't worry me. I know I handle some things immaturely. I know that I need to grow in maturity. I ain't gonna walk on these stages in front of these people and act like I live my life perfectly. That doesn't work for me. Christian is not the definition of a perfect me. Woo! I ain't the type to be quiet.
Wow, wait. Christian is not the perfect definition of me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's not.
Wow. Which means that don't look for me to be perfect because I ain't the one. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't think that I'm holy grail because I ain't got that.
Right.
Neither.
Because I'm dealing with a lot of imperfections in my own life. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And you can hear it in his voice and his music. Like, it's almost like he frustrated.
Yeah.
Like throughout, in his
People
therapy
expect
session.
him to be perfect because when you in the celebrity eye, when you in the public eye like that, people are expecting you to be this perfect person. And he like, don't look this way. Because this ain't it, okay?
Or not that, or to add on to that, they look up to you for something.
Right.
And what they're looking up to you for, you could be dealing with the same struggles. It's like, damn, you looking up to me to be your inspiration. You looking up to me to be your strength. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like, damn. I think it's reciprocated because, like, at the end of the day, they looking up to him for strength, but I think he gets some of his strength from his fans, too.
Yeah, that's what, to stay motivated, to keep going, because he knows that they rely on him. You know what I mean, to get them through. Yeah,
NF is probably one of the deepest, most thoughtfulest artists that I came in contact with in the last few years. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
My life perfectly, that doesn't work for me. Christian is not the definition of a perfect me. Woo! I ain't the type to be quiet. I ain't gonna sit here in silence if I wouldn't say what I say to your face. And I promise you I wouldn't say it in private. I am not lying. People go off on my page and I'm trying to quit the replying, but this is ridiculous. I'm passionate, man. I really mean what I'm writing. You want me to keep it 100? Okay, I'll keep it 100. attention on socials, but honestly, I don't see nothing in public. I kinda love it, yeah. Why don't you write us some happy raps? That would be awesome. All of your music is moody and dark, hey. Don't get me started. You wanna know what it's like if you met me in person? Listen to my verses. This music is not just for people who sit in the pews and pray at the churches. I don't reject it. I don't expect everyone to respect it. I don't expect you to get my perspective on what you expect from a therapy session.
I mean, I think sometimes people, they confuse what I'm doing. I write about life. I write about things that I'm actually dealing with. Something that I'm actually experiencing. This is real for me. Like, this is something that personally helps me as well. I'm not confused about who gave me the gift. God gave me the gift, and he gave me the ability to do this, and he also gave me this as an outlet. And that's what music is for me. When I feel something, whether it's anger, it's a passion about something, a frustration, like, this is where I go. That's the whole NF real music thing, man. This is real for me. I need this. This is a therapy for me.
Damn. Didn't I say that? Wow.
Absolutely.
Man. I should be, you know what I mean? Y'all should pay me for my free sessions of, like, you know, psychotherapy, okay? I know what he gonna say before he said it.
That's just a fire-ass song. Now,
Yeah.
I just appreciate him for giving us like 3 verses. Like, he gave us a full-ass song. Like 3 verses of nothing but just pure content.
Yeah.
Like truth.
Yeah.
That's what I appreciate the most out of it.
Yeah.
Like, this song right here, it's like every time I hear an NF song, I learn something else about him. And I think that's part of this journey, you know what I mean? Like, listening to these songs that he's putting out, you know, and just like he said at the end of this therapy session, he's like, this is my outlet, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I feel angry, whenever I feel something inside that, you know, that's ticking me off, that got me feeling a certain way, this is my outlet. This is my only outlet.
Yeah.
He said it right there. NF real music is a real thing, like real music. This ain't just no facade. This ain't just me rapping on bars and rapping on beats. This is like me really penning out my life, my experiences, giving everything. And you can hear it in the music. He puts everything in his music.
He said, too, he's just like, you know, people expect for me to write about, you know, my music is moody. My music is like downing, basically. Like, he's like, you know, you don't understand. Like, come walk a day in my shoes and understand like what it is that it is that I'm facing and going through. Because I feel like personally, you can't write about happy shit when you ain't got shit to be happy about.
You can't.
Especially when you've gone through so much pain and hurt and just degrading and belittling and just unworthiness and just, you know, however you feel about, you know, yourself in general. And I feel like a lot of that has a lot to do with how people transfer themselves as an adult. Like, coming into your adulthood and how you are as an adult really has a lot to do with everything you've gone through, you know, from the time that you've been a kid up until, like, rather that's a marriage, a divorce, a baby, you know, losing people in your family. Like, it's a lot, you know what I mean? And I feel like that carries a long way with people for a long time. And unfortunately, our brains and our hearts just don't allow us to just be like, oh, okay, next. You know what I mean?
But you know, I think artists, they can, like, even if they angry and they feel depressed, I think, you know, they can still make a happy song, make a club song. But at the end of the day, is it really how you feel?
Yeah, but you would be,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like what he's saying is, how do I go up there? How do I go up there, like, on stage? How do I go on stage and just act like everything is all good and happy when deep down inside I feel some type of way? Because if I go on stage and act like I'm smiling and laughing and everything is good, then I'm being fake.
Right.
And I'm being fake to me. I'm being fake to people around me. I'm being fake to my fans, and that's not who I am.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying too. Is like, you know, like I said, you can make, any artist can make any song, but are you making like true music? Are you making real music that you really feel?
Right.
And I think that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, and that's not finna give you these club songs if that's not what he's feeling.
That's
he's
not
gonna give you what he's feeling.
Right. but like I said, there's no way that he can sing about stuff that or rap about stuff
not
that
him. Yeah, not enough.
Makes him happy, because he doesn't have a lot of happiness. Right. You know, I feel like probably now. Okay, I'm not gonna say like I'm talking that brought him to this point.
Yeah, we're talking about in therapy session as a therapy session.
You know what I mean? Like I'm sure his wife makes him happy. He's happy about having a family. Like I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what has brought him to this point. Like what has made him
need a therapy session.
To say these things, because every time we've listened to him, like I said at the beginning of the out, like when we started the journey, it was like him talking about a lot of pain. Now it seems like he's talking about a lot of anger, like people pissing him off. Like so, like I'm kind of interested to see where this is gonna go. Yeah, because even with the intro, it was the same thing. It's like, damn, like he banging shit into the wall, and now he talking about what's going on with his family, like people who affect him still. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you can't be walking around. You never know what people have gone through and what people are going through for people to come up to them or send them something that puts them in a worse mood than what they already are. Like that's the shit that make people go and do shit that they do now that's crazy as fuck. Okay, to call it what it is. Yeah. But because you're sending people over the edge. Yeah. I'm just like you can't. You can't do that. Like and it's just not fair. It's not fair that he already carries the pressure that he does, and he does everything already to help people the way that he can, and then he has to deal with himself. You know what I mean? So
this is a very good song, and it just gives us another aspect of who he really is.
Enough, man. I can't never say enough. So
fucking with you.
If y'all enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ.
Absolutely.
And if ain't nobody told you, I love you, and we'll see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Let's get it.
Bye.
Your body, boy, I'm